everyone. So my name is Mr. Zul. I'm the management representative for Kenanga Flat. So for today, I'm going to chair our meeting between management and resident association of Flat Kenanga. So during annual general meeting today, so here is our agenda. So the first one will be welcome to notes from the JMB. Second, we will discuss on the current issue faced by the resident. Second, the third one will be hindering issue faced by JMB. And next one is our way forward. And last but not least, we will discuss on what can be improved uh, to achieve what we want to discuss for today. So, welcome everyone. On behalf of the management, we notify that some of the uh, we notified that we already received some complaint from the resident regarding the cleanliness and also service that provided by the JMB to all the resident. Okay, so first of all, we'd like to hear from the resident association representative that maybe you can brief on what are the scenario that you're facing right now.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zul. Hello, everyone. I'm Sean, one of the Residents Association representative. So first of all, let me state the problem. So we have received numerous complaints from fellow residents um, who voice out their dissatisfaction with the cleaning service that are provided by the management. I also find it is quite disappointing knowing that we already paid 20 ringgit monthly for the said cleaning services, and yet we still need to dispose the rubbish ourselves because the bins that were prepared are often overloaded. And also not forget to mention the foul smell coming from the bins. That's all.
I'm really sorry to hear about that. So the management recently discussed about this as well. So what happens is currently we only able to hire one cleaner for 2 blocks of the resident. We feel that to assign one person to handle cleaning of complex distress are not suitable. We are agree with this, which bring me to my next point. The management want to increase the cleaning fees from 20 ringgit to 50 ringgit. We believe that will be with this increase, we can hire more cleaners. Hence, we also will provide a better cleaning service.
Uh, Hello, Mr. Zul. Okay,
Yes, Mr. Anis.
speaking for the resident, majority of the resident here is a lower working class with annual income of 20,000 k to 35,000 k, which is the fee for the aforementioned fee 20 ringgit shall be enough for the management to hire more than one cleaner. To put another reasoning of aforementioned matter, the total unit per block is 150. Each unit will pay 20 ringgit, which for the one block will be accumulated of 3,000 per month. If two block should be 6,000 per month.
Yes, I think that should be enough to hire 4 cleaners with the minimum wage of 1,400 per month. And then the balance will be used for equipment and material for the cleaning.
And I agreed with Mr. Sean. However, as Sean mentioned earlier, the current fee should be sufficient to hire at least 4 cleaners. Please enlighten us as why do you think you need to make 30 ringgit increment for the cleaning fee, Mr. Zul?
Thank you for your point, Mr. Anis, Mr. Sean. So, as you can see over here, allow us to show you what are the actual capital expenditure that we are facing currently under JMB management for now. Okay, as you can see here, this is the hindering issue that we are facing. Currently we have the current capex or current capital expenditure held by the JNB. As you can see inside this slide, you can see there is one cleaner which the salary that we pay for is currently only 900. I think you both of you are forgot about the utilities that on the common area. These utilities have to be borne by the JMB as well. So as you can see over here, we have water bill is around 200 per month, electricity bill is around 500 per month. Not to forget the security that we place in the security booth. Each of them we pay about 1,500 for 2 person, and the total cost is 3,000 ringgit. And to make this to overlook on all the payment issue, all the complaints or the suggestion, we have to hire one administrator to overlook on this, and the administrator salary is about 1,200. And as you can see over here, the total is already 5,800, which is currently we are at the bare minimum, only 200 ringgit left each month. This is, we have to also be mentioned, some of the resident doesn't pay their maintenance fee on time. So what happened is, sometimes we have to hold the electricity bill and also the water bill to the another month. When this happened, the bill are cumulative and it increased another month bill. So this bare minimum 200 is very minimum that we can uh, have every month. So like I mentioned, if the resident are all working together, all really comply in providing the maintenance payment every month and on time, I believe this won't be any issue. The proposed 50 ringgit, as you can see over here, is not only to increase the number of cleaner. I also plan to add another two more security and one more administrator to make everything goes fluently. So if you can see over here, with the 50 ringgit, we have a buffer around 1,500 every single month. By having this buffer, whichever resident that doesn't pay on time, we still have some amount to cover for the salary, for our security, for the cleaner, and also for the administrator. Not to forget the utility bills. We also plan to increase the minimum wage of the cleaner from 900 to 1,500 ringgit. This is also to boost their morale and to increase their work every single day. So what are your opinion on this, Mr. Sean, Mr. Anis?
Okay, Mr. Zul, just like you said just now, you're trying to increase the salary from 900 to 2,005. Am I right or wrong?
1,500 for 4 cleaner instead of right now we only have one, Mr. Anis.
Okay. Basically, that is a good way forward for me. And in fact, as a representative for the resident, we believe that me and Sean, I think we both can encourage the resident to pay on time, since you having that kind of, since the management having that kind of problem currently. And can you rather than you go for the additional security, which I believe all the residents already forming up a rukun tetangga. Am I right, Sean?
Yes, I think for the security side, I think our resident have developed their own initiative to make the something like security security walk via the Rukun Tetangga. Also, I have another question for Mr. Zul. Before this, the cleaner, one cleaner, the salary is 900. But now you want to hire four, but you increase the salary to 1,400. Why is that? Because for me, I think before this, one cleaner is doing all the job, and yet she or he get paid for 900, and now you want to distribute this job load into 4%, and yet you give the salary 1.5k.
Okay, the reason why, Mr. Sean, we plan to increase the cleaner salary is, like I mentioned before, to boost their morale, and also not to increase the quality of their work. So they're not just doing the work for the sake of cleaning, but also to make sure the lift will be wiped properly, or the floor, the emergency staircase are very taken into consideration as well. And also there will be extra hand to work on the rubbish can that always full, because some of the residents, they are not throwing their rubbish properly and just throw it beside the big bin. So that is one of the main contributor why the dustbin are always smell, and also have and also have a very foul smell, which when the wind comes and spread around the block. We also have to educate our resident on this.
Okay, Mr. Zul, I believe from the resident side, yes, me and Shah, we can assist the management side by reminding the resident, and at the same time, perhaps maybe we can make some pamphlet or in a notice board so that they adhere the rules and try to make the flat in a conducive manner. At the same time, instead of 50 ringgit, can we go for RM 40 as a starting?
How much is it?
40 ringgit.
40 ringgit. Oh, okay. All right. How about this? We are really actually, like, if you already have the rukun tetangga, then I believe we can reduce the number of security. Okay, I'm taking into consideration for all the resident. How about this? We are agree to lower the monthly fees to 35, only 35 ringgit, provided all the residents must pay their maintenance fee on time, not later than 30th of every single month. Can you do that, Mr. Sean, Mr. Anis?
I think yes, maybe we don't know what the other residents are facing
Okay.
financially.
Mm.
So, but we will try to something like give a reminder to the residents to make sure they pay the fees on time. Um, Also, since we agreed on the 40 ringgit, right? Is it?
Oh. Oh, I thought we approved it for 35.
Oh, okay. Okay,
35,
Okay.
sorry.
35
35.
ringgit,
Okay,
35
okay.
ringgit.
I'm okay with 35.
Okay.
But I have
Mm-hmm.
another condition. So the management should give hiring priorities to the residents who are interested to fill in the position such as the cleaner and the guard,
Mm.
especially the one who are currently looking for jobs.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. That's a good
Yes,
idea.
I agree with Mr. Sean. That is a good initiative. At least maybe we can support any resident who are currently unemployed for the time being.
Hmm. Yeah, looking at the pandemic right now, I also plan. I also doesn't have any intention to burden the resident further. So that's why I think I also have prepared another slide for to show you guys on the agreed new fees. Okay, as you can see over here, we will increase the cleaner minimum wage from 900 to 1,100, and then we increase the number into 3 personnel. By having this, I think we can have a better rotation between the cleaner and also the security. In order to support the rukun tetangga, we will only hire another one security. So this security can also facilitate the rukun tetangga team and provide necessary requirement or necessary help from the security team itself. So how about this? Are you guys agree with this new fees?
Yeah, it should be enough, and it's a good calculation there. So from my side, I don't have any issue with the new fees.
Okay.
Same
Thank
as
you,
me.
Mr. Anis. How
I
about
have
Mr.
no
Sean?
problem. I have no problem with this.
Okay. All right. So looking at this, we have a buffer around 800 ringgit. So I believe by having this, we can also in future, if we have additional in our uh, funds, we can also increase the landscape of our flat area, and this will be, I think, a good image to our flat community as well.
Yeah, that's a good initiative.
Okay, so by having that thing, I think with this, I think we already have an agreement, and I'd like to thank you to both of you for this your time, and also for this very fruitful session that we have right now.
Okay,
Right.
thank you, Mr. Zul.
Right. Thank you,
Okay,
Mr.
thank
Anis.
you.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah,
Sean.
sure, no problem.